Oh, some churches are absolutely full of devotion. Catholic and Orthodox. Protestant churches have no spirituality. Visiting them is a waste of time. Because Luther stated that all are equal. No one's closer to God than anyone else. So the idea of a saint or deification is wiped out of Protestantism. They have wiped spirituality out of their theology. But Orthodox churches and Catholic churches, not all of them, some of them, I have visited some, and there was tremendous, intense love, devotion there. And I really enjoyed just sitting in that, not meditating, just sitting and feeling that. Really heartfelt, very, very much heart. So I have that in high respect. As I said, I admire Christian mysticism, but there's no Protestant mysticism. There's Catholic mysticism and Orthodox mysticism, and probably some other denominations have mystics, I don't know. But I know some great Orthodox mystics, great Catholic mystics. My favorite Orthodox mystic is called Symeon, and he has the title The New Theologian, because he reformulated Orthodox theology from his mystical insight. And I have read a biography of him written by a bishop, Orthodox bishop. You know, that's how high they respect their mystics in the Orthodox Church. And I have no doubt he was very highly enlightened. I mean, not just enlightened, but radiant. People just came and would hang out with him and get Shaktipat. And there's a story about him when his last week had arrived. He isolated himself in his cell and said nobody was allowed to come in. And he wanted to spend the time in prayer. But his number one student was naughty and opened the door and peeked in. And he reported the room was full of blazing white light, and in the center of the room, Symeon was levitating and blasting love and devotion. I believe the story. And one reason that makes me believe the story is, funnily enough, because the Archbishop of Constantinople, or wherever it was scared of him and banished him to some, instead of working in the city, banished him to some really remote village. But then all the people from the big city began traveling to that remote village to get his blessing and meditate and pray with him. And of course that annoyed the Archbishop even more. And that, you know, that part of the story convinces me even more that he was the real deal. Because he was a threat to the authority. And he could only be a threat to the authority if he was a spiritual giant who was radiant. Not because he mumbled some theology, something, but because he was radiant.
When was this?
I think 900 or 1100, I don't remember exactly. I think 900 something.